Hey, Bobby. I hope you're well. So we're gonna jump into your reading. I just tried to record it, and the cards weren't making sense here. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not saying, if you're over your ex, that's fine. I'm not here to judge you. I think you said you're like, I'm done with that. She just tried to pop up in the reading, by the way. So you've got like 3 Mercury retrograde people. But, okay. So we're gonna read Miss Gung Ho. Or America Gung Ho. Sorry. Okay. Her son's a Marine. She's 39. She remembers you from 20 years ago. Okay. You think she's a Trump supporter? Okay. Spirit guides, what can you tell me about this Gemini that's interested in Bobby? What can you tell me about the Gemini? She's guarded. You said she sounds really sweet, but I'm getting guarded. Bob, are you not trusting? Okay, you said she's really sweet, but... So, I get it because you're talking, obviously you're talking to the Sagittarius and you're talking to the Gemini, but 2 women are already coming up. I'm going to be honest. This Queen of Wands came up for, so I'm asking for the Gemini. So obviously this would be like a fire sign, but it doesn't have to mean that. Okay, so here you are, Mr. Moneyman, right? I don't know why 3 women are coming up and then we see a third party. What's this message, Spirit? What's this message for Bobby? It's you being hopeful about a relationship by going back to your past. But the 2 of Swords is coming up. Why is the 2 of Swords coming up for Bobby? It's weird, Bobby, because all these women have come up in your reading. I've pulled, like, all these women. So, here, hold on. I need to get clear here, because I need to get clear on questions, what you're asking, okay? So I'm thinking you're wanting to know more about this Gemini, so let's pull for her. Spirit guides, what does Bobby need to know about this Gemini that he's connected with online? She remembers him from 20 years ago. What does Bobby need to know about this Gemini? In terms of a relationship, I think she has options or she's not sure exactly what she wants. Okay. There she is, Gemini. Okay, it's pretty cut and dry. For her, I think she's hoping for something. It looks like you're coming up more as the King of Cups. Okay, here's her, Gemini, by taking action, reaching out to you. Okay. She does have certain wishes and desires when it comes to a relationship, but then the 7 of Cups popped in. What the 7 of Cups could represent, Bobby, is that she has options. Okay, why is the 7 of Cups here for the Gemini? I think she's wanting something more serious because the World card is here. Closing a door, opening a new chapter in her life, and then we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant would represent basically wanting something that's going to be where 2 people commit to each other, okay? This doesn't mean she's wanting that right away, of course. Why is the 7 of Cups here then? 7 of Cups could be, she could be in this state of like, it's very nostalgic that she, think about it, Bobby, she's thinking 20 years ago where she was then and you, and probably thinking, oh, I remember how fine he was, and da-da-da, and now she's reconnecting with you. So she could be coming from a very nostalgic, from the past kind of energy. It's like, I'm wondering what happened. I'm wondering if maybe she walked away from you. Like, if you guys didn't connect from 20 years ago, I don't know if you dated back then, or she walked away from you because she was interested in somebody else at that time. She may have had a love interest, because what this shows me is that she had love for somebody that passed on, that moved on, that, or a relationship that ended. Okay, so I kind of feel like maybe that's what it's showing us. All right, so what do you need to know about her? Or no, yeah. Spirit guides, what does Bobby need to know about this Gemini? What does he need to know about the Gemini? Bob, I don't know why I'm getting third-party situation. She was either involved in one that really hurt her. I don't know. Maybe this is just more info for you. She's getting all these sword cards. Three of Cups. I don't know why the Three of Cups is coming up. So yes, this could mean that she was dating somebody else, or she's dating somebody else also and talking to you. Okay. The Two of Swords is here. A lot of the times this is you know better, but you're not doing something about it. So what is the Two of Swords for this Gemini? She's doing the Two of Pentacles too, Bob. So I think it's important you know that too. I don't know if that means she's dating somebody else. Okay. But this Three of Cups to her is potentially investing in you. But then she has another new beginning. So she's on the fence. She's doing Two of Pentacles too. Because I think, if anything, she's obviously wanting a relationship. But what is this Two of Pentacles for the Gemini? Okay, so Bob, she's either going to take this really slow, and she's wondering like, are you a player, or are you seeing somebody else? She might already be picking up on that, but the Seven of Swords can mean a lot of things. I'm trying to figure out what this means, if this is talking about her. Okay, so she may have connected with you, but I do feel that she's going to take her time with this. Okay. So, I'm not sure, Bob. So here's what we'll do. Let's read her. I'll do a quick spread on her because it's not coming up clear for her. Okay, Gemini. Spirit Guides, this reading is for Bobby. He just met a gorgeous Gemini online. She remembers him from 20 years ago. Gemini. I think she's dating. If it's not dating, it's like social media. Okay. In terms of a relationship, she's taking her time by dating or going on social media, things like that. Okay. I think she's leery of relationships, so maybe she's gotten her heart broken in the past. We have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is like watching your back. Okay. What's working for her right now in terms of love? She's trying to make things happen. She is guarded, so keep that in mind also. And guarded might be because of things that have happened to her in the past, or she's unsure about her past. The Magician. So what's working for her is she's being proactive and taking things into her own hands. I think she's kind of closed off because maybe some things that happened in her past. The Moon card, mysteries, things that didn't make sense to her, breakups, drama. A lot of the times in her past, she may have been involved with somebody and when two people aren't on the same page, it's going to end eventually. That's usually what the Tower is. So I think for her, she's like this, kind of standoffish on an emotional level. But what are her challenges in love? Getting what she wants, being hopeful, moving on. I think she's had a hard time in relationships. I wouldn't be surprised if she's holding on to somebody, though, so keep that in mind. The only reason I'm saying that is we have this Three of Cups. What is the Three of Cups? This could either mean she's not having a lot of fun in her life, or she's been involved in third-party situations. And the only reason I would say that is Four of Cups, holding on to the past, not going for what you really want there. So this person refuses to let go of the past. So she may have a tendency to be one of those women that settles. You know what I mean? Dating somebody that doesn't really treat you amazing, so you date them anyways because you don't want to be lonely, something along those lines. She's struggled with relationships, and I think overall it's because she's dated people that aren't a fair match or fit for her, so I'm not sure what that's about. But her challenge is not having a relationship, not having what she desires, not having what she's hoped for, okay? So, moving forward, what do we have for her? I think she's been working on, I think she's thought a lot, and I wouldn't be surprised with Mercury retrograde. There's somebody else from her past, King of Swords. This is somebody that she's thought about often. Okay, might even make her feel kind of stuck. But she's been working on, or at least trying to work on moving on from this person. And then there's you. So, She might be, I think there's some nostalgia there, especially if she remembers you from 20 years ago. But it could also be in terms of her dating and her wanting to meet up, where she's trying to distract herself. That's not always a bad thing, but it's like she's trying to distract herself because she is working on at least trying to move on from somebody. But I still feel she's still holding on to somebody. May not be her intention, but moving forward, she needs to figure out what she wants, okay? So that's going to be some of the stuff. So she's trying to move forward by talking to you, okay? But she needs to make a choice because she might still be in this. This is either about she's got a lot of other options, or she's dating other people, or she's living in a fantasy world. So do you remember when I was saying this nostalgic kind of like remembering you from 20 years ago? This could also mean she's confused about what she wants. If she's been sad, it might have something to do with third-party situations, okay, that she's dealt with in the past. So, Spirit Guides, what is this Gemini's advice in terms of love? If she wants love to come into her life, there's something here about whatever she's been. I think she's been thinking a lot, fantasizing a lot about being happy, but not really living that. Her advice is if she wants new love, she needs to go and get it and be open to that. Okay? And she needs to stop doing this. This is being in her head, crying, waiting for love. I'm going to pull cards. What is she waiting for? She needs to let this go. She needs to let go of waiting and being in her head. Because being in your head and waiting is a lack of action. So what is she in her head about? Taking action. She's not over somebody from the past, Bob. Now keep in mind, that doesn't mean that she's not available. Okay? She may have a tendency to hang on to the past, which is not good for her. Okay? She needs to get clear about things that have ended, let them go. Because it's not healthy for her. And these could be unhealthy relationships. So do you see heal? She needs to heal. So I don't know how that will match with you coming into her life if she needs to heal. Because it's clear. I mean, literally, she needs to heal from some stuff from the past. Some toxic stuff. Some sadness. Okay? So I'm not sure what you're walking into. I'll pull cards on that. Spirit Guide, so what would Bobby be walking into by dating this Gemini? What would Bobby be walking into by dating this Gemini? Okay. So, with the way that I worded it, Bob, I don't know if this message is talking about you or if it's talking about this Gemini. But Spirit's saying, you'll be good as long as you trust your gut with her. Okay? Just trust your gut, because your emotions will speak for you. Does that make sense? Because this message here, I don't know what this says. Don't fool yourself into thinking that this could be in a relationship. I don't know if that means her or you. Meaning, I feel like things are going to play out, and you'll know. Try not to think about this too much. You know, if you're going to meet with her, but just be very, take things just for what they are. Okay? Try not to read into them too much. Okay? I don't know if that's helpful. I hope it is. So the tricky part, you reconnected with a lady from Denver that you dated back in 2016. You asked me about her last year from what you wrote. Spirit Guides, what does Bobby need to know about the Sagittarius? Bob, she's still thinking about somebody else. Spirit Guides, if this Sagittarius is still thinking about somebody else, why is she contacting Bobby? Bob, I think both women are third-party situations where One has, maybe it's not about a particular person, this Gemini. I feel like she's still hanging on to sadness, maybe somebody who broke her heart, or heartbreak in general. So maybe she's always feeling like somebody's going to break her heart, you know. With this Sagittarius, okay, I don't know if she's open to a relationship. Do you see that? Relationship, Ten of Pentacles, and being closed off to, like, committing to that right now. Because for her, here's you. Okay, I don't know why the Devil's coming up. I think she is still dealing with something from her past. Because then there she is with this air sign. Now keep in mind, we just said that she's a Sagittarius, but now we have this Queen of Pentacles. But what this shows me is this is somebody who settles. That's why she looks unhappy. So we have the Nine of Wands here, and this is literally, this is almost like somebody looking backwards instead of looking forwards, going, I wonder if he still thinks about me. I wonder what's going on with him. That's what these two are. I feel like she's still, I don't think it's a coincidence that when you said, yeah, Bobby, I got a reading on her before, and you said not to go with her because it was between me and somebody else. I think it's still that. I think there's still something similar there going on. Okay. So let me read her really quick, Bob. Sagittarius. The spirit guides with the Sagittarius, she told Bobby today that if she ever got a chance to get back with him, she would never let him go. What does Bobby need to know about that? Bob, this keeps coming up, the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is either somebody's lying. I don't think she's being honest. Because she's doing Two of Pentacles. I think what happened was she was in a relationship, they broke up, or it fell apart, and she doesn't have anything going on right now. Now, that doesn't mean, honestly, if you don't have anything going on in love right now, then that's a perfect time to, like, commit to somebody. But I think she's fooling herself by saying, like, hey, if I can get you, then I'll never let you go. Why? What is she still thinking about? She's still thinking about a relationship she had to walk away from. See? Knight of Swords, thinking. She has a lot of mixed emotions. Okay? Two of Pentacles, being on the fence about something. These are not cards where somebody is very confident about what they want and where they're going in their life. This is, well, I don't know. Okay? I think she's trying to be open to the possibilities of things, but I think she's still thinking about an old love. I'm just going to say that. Okay? She's been waiting to be happy. But a lot of the times when we accept less than, so here's her. When we accept less than, we become the Queen of Pentacles, which is somebody who settles. Okay? So let me ask one more time, why is this coming up for her? Two of Pentacles. Bob, I think both women, they're like in these in-between times, and I don't know if you were joking at the end, maybe you weren't. Mercury retrograde, they're not necessarily the best time to get in a relationship. But it sounds like you've got two people who are dealing with Mercury retrograde kind of stuff. Okay? Because this going back and forth, okay, it could be somebody that she's still thinking about. Alright? It could be because it feels like it's taking forever for her to have the hopes and wishes, the things that she's wished for. But at the bottom, Spirit's saying, this Sagittarius, she needs a decision she needs to make between herself and somebody else to accept that it's done. So I'm going to be really honest. I feel like both women are feeling just kind of lonely and stuck, and they both have some stuff from the past that they need to decide what they're doing with it, whether it's a person or whatever it is. Okay? So let me read you really quick, Bob. I hope this reading is helpful to you, okay? I'm trying to find a new setup since I moved. So I have like this. I don't know if I like this or not. I got rid of my desk because it was a pain in the butt. But let me read for you really quick. So Spirit Guides, this is a love reading for Bobby. What does Bobby need to know regarding love right now? What does Bobby need to know? Spirit's saying you're in charge right now, but what's this Two of Swords? Interesting. So in terms of relationship, Bobby, you're in charge. Okay. There's something about these... Bob, it's like these two women from the past. I think you're really wanting to see this Gemini like meet with her to see if like there's something there. But I feel like there's a part of you that with the other woman, you're like, I don't know if I want to deal with that. I don't know if I am. Would I just be holding on? Like, it's that my ideal? You know what I mean? I feel like it's more this energy, like, and I'm just not, because here's your Two of Pentacles. Okay. What are you thinking about with both of these women? Because you're going back and forth on this. So Spirit's saying you're resisting this process for some reason. But I feel like, what is the resistance about? Don't yell at me because it might not be that. But is this Melissa? Because Spirit's saying you might still be in this mode where you want to remain single because you're still like letting go of her. Almost like it's like your movement is very slow, like into dating again. Like, are you wanting to dive into another relationship? Are you wanting to start dating somebody? Because I have a feeling with potentially more so the Gemini, if you're going to get to know these women, they may be eager to want to move forward, even though they have other things that they're still dealing with or haven't fully let go of. Does that make sense? So I don't know if there's a part of you that's like, yeah, I want to get out there again. I don't know if it's about just wanting to like have those connections, those intimacy connections. But I feel like the women that you're dealing with, they're more, they're not to say that you're not, but they're more wanting to be in a relationship. And I'm wondering if there's a part of you that's like, I don't even know if I want to go there right now. Let's try this again, Bobby. Because, and the only reason I say that, Bob, is I don't know if this means, because you were dealing with some struggles before with you and Melissa, that all of a sudden you're getting these messages from women. And part of you's like, stay back, stay back. I'm wondering if it's because they're from the past, and it's Mercury retrograde, but at the same time, I don't know why this would be an Earth sign, so I don't know if this is Melissa, but this would also be a single woman, which is either the Sagittarius, okay, or the Gemini. So you have opportunities for new beginnings here. Keep in mind, whenever this new beginning comes up, this Ace of Pentacles, doesn't always mean like it's a new beginning that's going to go anywhere, okay? It just means something new. So Spirit Guides, what's working for Bobby right now in terms of love? I think for you, you're wanting to, you've decided for yourself, this probably has to do with Melissa, you've decided that you want to change direction. I feel like for you, you don't want to move backwards, okay? You've walked away from some things. Because for you, I think just with general frustrations, for you, if you've got mixed emotions about working on something or putting in effort or work, I think you tried that with Melissa and you're like, I just want to be happy. I don't want to deal with any of that. Like if somebody's going to be annoyed with me or whatever it is, okay? That's what's working for you, but what are your challenges in love right now with these two women? Or just in general? Is it, Bobby, that you feel... I don't think, Bob, I don't know if this will resonate for you. You may feel in your heart that you've officially let go of Melissa, but I feel like just in general, the struggle of how that felt to be with her, and I don't know if it's been enough time for you to want to dive into dating again or be with somebody. I feel like there's a part of you that wants that, but I feel like whatever this message is coming up, let's just go through the cards. I'm going to go through them one by one. There's a challenge here with you feeling like a winner. And I don't know if this has to do with Melissa, because this was somebody who wasn't totally happy. Okay, Nine of Wands, there's a challenge here with looking backwards. Okay, this is not being sure about situations or things or people. There's you. The Death card is coming up. Okay, so for the Death card to come up in a challenge position, what that would mean, Bobby, is that something that either ended needs to be, it needs to be like I'm over that, or something needs to end, and it hasn't yet, so no, it's a challenge. What is that? Do you still think about Melissa? And if it's not about Melissa, I don't know what it's about, Bob, but there's a challenge here with completely accepting that something's done with something that, basically, something that you're done with. Five of Cups usually means like when somebody broke up or sadness of something. But when they come up in a challenge position, it's almost like somebody's saying, it doesn't mean that you're trying to go back to it, but it means you're not fully done with it. You haven't processed it. You haven't worked through it all the way. What is this message for Bobby? It's like, okay, so Ace of Wands, new beginning, Knight of Cups, moving forward in love, and then you, Two of Pentacles. So I feel like there's a challenge here that what it's saying, Bobby, is that there may be a challenge for you in terms of, are you wanting to start anything new right now? Are you wanting to, are you ready to date again and to dive into anything or to get to know somebody? Knowing what that entails. Because to be honest, I don't feel like either of these women are just wanting to just have fun and hook up and talk here and there. I feel like they want like something stable. They want something committed. They want to get to know somebody where they can be committed. Because once again, it's saying, and you may not agree with this, but I just have to go with it. It might be saying that for you, Two of Swords, you kind of already know. You already know, but you're not doing what you need to do. And I don't know if this is saying you might still need to like take a step back. Are you not allowing yourself to heal, Bob, from your relationship with Melissa? So this is how I look at it, Bob. This is where we differ. Actually, no. I think you and I are still similar, but sometimes people will date people because they're trying to move on, or it's just what they do because you want to have those connections or whatever it is, right? But what Spirit's saying is a challenge for you is that part of you might not want to open up to relationships right now because you're still healing. This doesn't mean you're at home crying thinking about Melissa, right? It just means like when we commit to a relationship, it takes a lot of energy and it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of like having to be open to and understanding to other people and how they feel. That I don't know if there's a part of you that's ready for that. Okay? Like, is there fear around opening up to a relationship again for you? Once again, not to say that you're scared, but are you like wanting those connections with like a woman, but maybe not wanting to commit right now? Because I kind of feel like Spirit's saying, well, after what you've been through with Melissa, we don't just move on like that. We can try, but I feel like it's almost like Spirit's saying, don't set yourself up getting to know somebody if, you know what I mean? It's like, how long were you with Melissa? How, do you still have anger towards her? Are you still upset about it? When you think about her, are you just very like this? Or when you think about, dating a woman and the things that come along with that, are you guarded in a sense with, well, I hope she doesn't want me to commit to her this way or have to do this, or I don't know what that means. And keep in mind, I'm not trying to read the things that you've told me. I'm trying to read these cards and then connect them to you. So trying to figure out what this all means for you. So let me finish this out really quick. Spirit guides, what can Bobby expect in terms of love moving forward? Spirit's saying, be open to the possibilities, but once again, there's something here about third parties, Bobby, and it's saying don't do it because they never work out for you. They fall apart. Does that make sense? Like, it's Spirit saying be open to the possibilities, trust the process in terms of, if you feel like it's a match for you, and things will flow for you. But I feel like whatever this message is, Spirit saying, don't live in this too many options, too many women kind of energy, because it's just going to fall apart. Now, I feel like it's kind of saying, like, are you going to be dating two women at a time? So are you talking to one and then you're going to go to baseball with another? I don't have any judgment about this, but what would this message say to you if you saw it? You know what I mean? In terms of third-party situations or three women or three people, Tower card is it's time to start over. It's time to stop doing that or whatever this means. Usually this can mean being in this fantasy, or it can mean too many options. So let me see. Seven of Cups. I think it might be saying, if you have a feeling that there's a woman who maybe still has somebody on the side, don't even go. Like, this could be saying, Bob, that you're going through your own tower stuff right now. Okay? That maybe now's not the time to invest in women. Or what it could be saying is that instead of having so many options, maybe you should invest in one instead of multiple. Okay? Or it's saying that these third-party situations, they're never going to work out. So it's really important that you trust a situation when you're talking to a woman. There's a woman. Because there might be another man in the mix. There might be another one. Okay? The Spirit Guides, what is Bobby's advice moving forward in love? Oops. Does this make sense, Bob? In order to move forward, Spirit's saying you need to be honest with yourself. Don't lie to yourself about how you're feeling right now. Are you sad or depressed and that's why you want to date? Like you're getting attention from these women? I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but usually with this combo, it's like be honest with yourself. Are you feeling down so you're wanting to date? Or it makes you think so you're wanting to date? And you're thinking if I date, then maybe my life will move forward in some way? Because Spirit's saying to wait. Wait before you commit. Not that going on dates means you're going to commit, but Spirit Guides, why would you say wait for Bobby? Sorry, I don't know I have allergies or something. I don't know why my nose is running. Yeah, Bob, I don't know why it's saying wait. I don't know if this is related to the Sagittarius, but there's heartbreak here, and it's saying to let go. So, Bob, can you do this? Because I'm going to be honest. I feel like you're reading because there was like you gave me all this info about these women, but I felt like there wasn't a whole lot in terms. This is just for me, in terms of like what I'm reading. Can you send me a few other questions and then I'll get back to you, like tomorrow, maybe towards the end of the day? Just because I feel like this reading wasn't flowing a whole lot. I hope you're okay with that. I need direction in terms of like if you can just give me, because I could read these women all day long. But it doesn't tell me in terms of what you want from them. Are you wanting to date them? Are you hoping that it'll turn out into something? Because the energy that I got from your reading is that we've got two different women who've got situations going on from their past as well. So Two of Pentacles with both of them. But at the same time, I almost felt like Spirit's trying to say, Bob, are you sure you want to start talking to all these women again and do it like do you maybe want to focus on one of them and maybe go out on a date and then just sit back and see how you feel, not just how you felt from like when you go hang out with that girl at that baseball game. Spirit's like trying to initiate you to like just trust these, like you've learned a lot over the years, Bob, so I feel like it's saying like just trust things. There's no need to kind of like overthink it. You're gonna know right away, kind of one of those things, but almost like take it slow. So let me know if this reading resonated, and then if you can, and I don't mind at all, can you send me a few more questions, like specific questions, and then I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can tomorrow. Okay? Take care of yourself. I'm not sure if this setting worked. Hopefully it did, but I'll talk to you soon. Okay? Thanks, Bob.